What is up, guys? It is Jack, back up in this bitch with 10 Meters Fitness, and today we're going to talk about bodybuilding as a student, right? In case you guys didn't know, I am a student. I study at the University of East Anglia, and obviously I run a fitness channel. You know, I'm concerned with, and I consider myself an enthusiast when it comes to improving my physique, and you could call it bodybuilding, but you know, a lot of guys look at me and say I'm not fit to call myself a bodybuilder, but there you go. But okay, so the big question, you know, that people ask with this is, can it be done? Can you, do this whole bodybuilding lifestyle and, improve your physique whilst being successful as a student? And the question to that is, in my opinion, of course you can. There's certainly time. I mean, if you look at it, as your responsibilities as a student, really, you have to go to 1 or 2 lectures a day. This is what I found. 1 or 2 lectures a day, and then do maybe an hour while studying a night, or however long it takes. But the fact of the matter is, looking at it like that as the raw responsibility of what you need to do as a student, I'd say that there's certainly time for you to fit in meals, especially if you're doing something like that fits your macros, and there's certainly time for you to fit in an hour's training on most days, right? So looking at it like that, there's definitely time for it. But I think the real question a lot of people who potentially go into university soon would say is that the real question is there time for me to go to my lectures, to study, to go to different society meetings, go to socials, go out partying, get drunk, be hungover, go on dates, and do all kinds of other stuff that they want to do at uni. Is there time for that in bodybuilding? And the answer to that is, there is if you make time for it, right? Okay, this kind of thing, the difference between the people who succeed, student or not, the difference between the people who succeed at this shit and the people who fall behind or stay stagnant and never make any gains is that the people who move forward are the ones who are disciplined with it, okay? Are the ones who treat this shit as if, like they treat it religiously. Like, if I've determined that I'm going to train today, if this is in my, my split is one of my training days, it's going to happen. Even if it means getting to the gym at 1 in the morning because I'm, been taking care of shit and studying all day, it's going to happen. I'm going to make it to the gym that day. If these are my macros for the day, I'm going to do what it takes to hit those macros. Right, so the answer to that is there's time for it if you make time for it, right? I'm a big believer in that, but with the exception, right, because as a student, although what I just said, right, does apply and is true, your first priority should be your degree, right, what you're studying. Okay, simply because if you fuck that up and you fail uni, college or whatever you want to call it, you've spent so much money by that point in your degree, right? And you're already in so much debt that it is just, you're going to look back on that absolutely horribly. It's a horrible decision, right? I mean, regardless of how many damn gains you make, right? Because really, that is your hustle. That is your future career. And as a young person, you might not see that now, right? I mean, I know I'm a young person, right, 20 years old, but you need to be able to see that this dictates the rest of your life, right? Whereas gains, you may love fitness and stuff, but there's no career, there's nothing that's gonna look after you for the rest of your life. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are careers in the fitness industry, right? But the deal with making money off your body, okay, the real deal is this: there's next to no money in bodybuilding, right? All the money is with the supplement companies. So if you want to make money off your physique, what you need to understand is the people you're competing with in the market for jobs, they're not going to be natural, they're going to be enhanced. Okay, which means you're going to have to jump on some shit too. And with the little money involved, it's actually, and how expensive steroids are, you're actually probably going to end up at a loss, trying to live the whole fitness or, bodybuilding, aesthetics lifestyle. And what that typically means is, to make up the numbers, to make up the funds to afford your steroids so you can carry on doing this shit and actually be competitive, you're actually going to end up doing a lot of shit you probably don't actually want to be doing, you know. That can often involve you being on the wrong side of the law, or most likely your moral compass. So yeah, that's not really a good option for your career. I mean, make of it what you will. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. That's just my take on it. But yeah, so I would say always focus on your studying above your fitness. But you know, there is time to fit it in if you're disciplined. However, one time, like I say, because the studying is more important, that I would really emphasize the studying and put the fitness to the side is during assessment periods. That being when you have exams, because you know, exams are an event like, you know, they're such a, you know, big event for you. They need to be right. You need to get it right. It's the one point in the year that all the work you've done to this point is assessed. And if you fail, it's game over, right? So for that purpose, what I do is I purposefully put fitness to the side. Now I know you're saying, you know, you're falling off. You know, you can make time for it. There is time for it, but here's the deal, I want to put it to the side so it's something that's not on my mind. I don't want to have to, at that point I would, you know, as I say, you do what you like with your life, but the way I look at it, I don't want to juggle, right? When it's close to exams, you know, the week or two before, you know, I'll be training like once or twice a week, and eating in a way, you know, not based on my physique, you know, I'll still get the protein in, but in a way that's going to allow me to perform best for these exams, because this dictates, you know, the amount of money I'm going to earn and the quality of the rest of my life, you know, through my career. So, you know, and I'm not going to put that on the line for some gains. But, you know, like I say, make of it what you will, you know, that's just my opinion. Okay guys, that's really all I have to say on that today. So, thanks for watching, I hope that's been helpful. I've been Jack with 10 Meters Fitness. I'll see you guys in the next one.